Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys!
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, why don't TV personalities start their programs out by saying hey guys, but just about every single YouTuber does? Well, here on this platform, you can really feel the indie roots of just about every creator. It takes all of 10 seconds to see the embarrassing first videos that any of us made. We film from our bedrooms, we post whatever we want to on social media without having to go through a PR team, we write our own scripts and ask for donations in every single video. Every single person who's subscribed to someone on YouTube has their own channel and can upload videos to it themselves. While obviously there are a lot of things that separate Games Guns from me and me from PhilosophyTube, we're all just YouTubers at the end of the day. This is something that's more or less unique to the internet. Every massive Twitter account you follow is just another person posting things, just like you, and they're motivated by the exact same metrics that every other Twitter user is motivated by. With the internet, anybody can become famous from their bedroom. This obviously has a lot of implications, but the one that I want to focus on today is just that the divide between the viewer and the entertainer is smaller than it's ever been. It's a really cool thing in and of itself. The more personal feeling that you get from a YouTube video versus a pundit show or something means that you're more likely to find the content that's perfect for you, and that creators are more able to work with their particular niches and make the videos that they want to. Well, as cool as the indie nature of online entertainment is, it turns out that it's also very exploitable if you're willing to weaponize that indie nature against your audience a bit. Like I was saying, a lot's changed since I was younger. A few years ago, I made a bunch of friends through my Discord server. That was back when I had around 400 subscribers. I even met my boyfriend back then, all because of my channel. It was a really different time for me. I bragged about my channel because it was this little hobby that I felt like I was good at. It didn't interfere with relationships or anything like that. It was just a hobby. These days, I don't even tell people about my channel. I can't imagine becoming super close friends with a viewer of mine, much less becoming romantic with one. There's a lot of people in my community that I like and who I always make a point to reply to, but I've had a couple bad experiences with viewers who have gotten a bit too into me rather than my videos. And even being as small as I am, I've already felt my ability to trust people decay a bit because of those experiences. More than some imaginary power imbalance or anything like that, it's just hard for me to trust people if I know that they only know me for the sides of myself that I present online. Luckily, it's only been a straight-up toxic situation for me and the other person a couple of times, but it was still enough to shake me to my core. I've had kids, literal children, well below the Discord TOS age, talking about wanting to do things that I'm not going to specify here, and saying that becoming my friend was the only thing that could help them. I've had people saying that the veterans, a role on my Discord server specifically for my friend group, people I'm on a first-name basis with, get better benefits than the Patreon supporters, as if a donation to my channel obliges me to hang out in your DMs every day and stay up every night chatting with you. As if being my friend was a benefit, like if you become the ultimate Leadhead fan, you become my friend. That just isn't how it works. Moments like those are why it's gotten more difficult for me to trust people sometimes. Hell, I don't think a single friend of mine has seen more than like 10 of my videos tops, and honestly I wouldn't have it any other way. I remember at one point when I went from around 3,000 subscribers to 118,000 in a week, more than anything else I was horrified that my friends would start treating me differently. The ones who didn't treat me differently are the ones that are still in my friend group. But anyways, moments like those, as rare as they are why it's gotten a lot harder for me to feel comfortable socializing with my audience. I still do it, I'm pretty active in my Discord server, but I catch myself thinking things like, maybe I shouldn't compliment her outfit, I don't want people to think that I'm being manipulative, or, God, it's so shitty of me to spend more time in the patron exclusive chats than I do the public channels, makes it look like my attention is for sale. In those rare moments where I do start to connect with somebody off of social media, I'm constantly just worrying that there's going to be somebody else out there slipping into a depression, wondering why I'm ignoring them. It's such a weird thing. I know that I'm not special. I mean, you guys have seen my videos. I barely know how to operate a camera. I mess up my words. I write scripts that I'm not proud of. I'm just a person. But a certain small number of people, particularly kids, think that that number next to my name makes me more important than I am, and they put pressure onto me that I can't possibly satisfy. I can't even listen to the song Stand by Eminem anymore. It's such a strange thing too. Eminem wrote that song when he was about as famous as any rapper had ever been at that point, but here I am, an absolute nobody YouTuber relating to it, and that's all because of how much easier it is to connect with your fan base these days. From the moment I had an audience, I was able to talk to them every single day. Back in 2001, you had to be a borderline obsessive superfan to know what Eminem was going to release next, and he was insanely famous. These days, you can find out what I'm working on just by logging into Twitter and seeing it on your feed. The connection between viewer and creator is closer than it's ever been before, and I think that that's where this whole thing comes from. That's why it's on the rise. And the ironic thing is that just about every single YouTuber encourages that sort of engagement. Just look at me. I've always described my writing style as sitting around a campfire and telling y'all about this thing that's been on my mind lately. I pride myself on being super personal in my videos. I've always been willing to talk about anything, no matter how private or shameful. I'm not going to stop doing that, but it's something that's been heavy on my mind lately is how that sort of feeds into this one-sided friendship thing. Through my videos, I have conversations with you all that I wouldn't even be comfortable having with some of my closest friends. Of course, there's going to be a small subset of viewers who come out of these videos feeling like I've personally opened up to them more than other people in their real lives have. And a small subset of those people are going to build up this idea that they get me. They might get Leadhead, but you couldn't possibly get Penelope based solely on what I say in public. I know that it seems like I'm talking about myself a lot in this video. Well, that's going to change in a moment, but my experiences are just the ones that I know best. But everything I've just said, it applies to every YouTuber or streamer or Twitter artist or whatever to a certain degree. See, I'm not trying to vilify every YouTuber that says, "Hey guys," at the start of their videos. I totally understand the desire to make your videos more personal and more meaningful. Unfortunately, a lot of the things that make indie content creation great are the same things that make it incredibly toxic to a small number of the consumers. However, there are some YouTubers that I would absolutely love to vilify. There are some people who go out of their way to make the illusion of friendship the cornerstone of their marketing. Like I said earlier, kids are the group that's most susceptible to these parasocial relationships. Well, there's a whole subset of YouTubers that specifically take advantage of those kids. Let's talk about children's channels. Rest in peace, Alexia. This was a video that the highly controversial and now defunct kids channel I'm J Station uploaded, in which he fakes his girlfriend's death for views. This is just the tip of the iceberg with this guy. I'm sure you've heard a million people talk about this video before, but one thing that sticks out to me is this line.
Her dream was just to get 1 million subscribers, and we were so close to doing that, guys.
This guy, J Station, built his temporary success off of so many kids who were tricked into thinking that they were his friend that, even though she wasn't killed, it doesn't even seem weird at all for him to be asking these children to help him fulfill his late partner's final wishes. So let's see if we can't figure out some of the tactics that this guy and others like him use to make these kids feel like they're a friend, rather than just a viewer. So at the beginning of this video, I talked about the hey guys relationship that a lot of YouTubers present to their audience. In some cases, it's just a product of the indie nature of YouTube, and in other cases, it's a deliberate attempt to make the viewer feel like they're friends with the creator. Well, J Station takes that idea to the extreme.
What's poppin', guys? Today we're going back on the dark web and we are buying a real-life robot, guys. This is going to be insane, guys. What if they turn evil, guys? Smash the like button right now, guys. Let's hit 30,000.
I know she's in a better place right now, guys. I just had to tell you guys what happened. I'm probably not going to be able to upload on this channel for a while. I hope you guys can understand.
The word guys is said 11 times in the first minute of this video, and the message is clear. You're his friend, and he's excited to tell you about this haunted puppet from the dark web. So getting past the ubiquitous intros to these videos, the first thing I notice is the eye contact and the camera work. I feel like the basic template that all of these videos were produced from specifies that the viewer needs to feel like they're personally experiencing these horrors with Jay. It feels like you're in a video chat with him or something while all of this stuff goes down. His acting, if you could call it that, has him constantly looking directly at the camera and addressing the viewer. Sure, I'm looking at the camera right now, but I'm not acting, and there isn't a dark web robot attacking me unless you count the YouTube algorithm. As easy as it is for any adult to see through this guy's bullshit, a kid is going to be more trusting and more loyal as a fan if they feel like they're in the room with this guy that they like. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want any kid of mine in a room with this guy. But with a few simple tricks to sell the illusion of friendship, these kids that you still see years later in the comments of re-uploads have been tricked into thinking that this loser is cool, and that they themselves are cool because this grown man wants to hang out with them. J Station is really creepy. Like, if I saw this man in real life, I would instantly put my hand around my pepper spray. However, there are a whole lot of other YouTubers who use similar tactics, but don't make me cross my legs in discomfort. You've got Logan Paul making this kindergartner a regular part of his videos for a bit, as if to say, you could be my friend too, I'm cool with kindergartners. Or branding his merch with phrases like join the movement, as if you're somehow getting closer to him and a bunch of other fans you'll never meet just by getting your parents to slip him $55 for a hoodie. Look, I could spend a few days watching content that literally makes me sick to my stomach and give you all more and more examples of these marketing tactics, but really, it isn't hard to trick a 10-year-old. If a kid is watching your videos every single day, then all you need to do to foster a parasocial relationship is take that one extra step. Just do little things like what J-Station was doing. Film videos in your own house with your own friends. Let these kids get a little glimpse into your private life. Let them see the cameraman or the boom mic. Cut away so that the audience can see your green screen without any effects applied. It's simple stuff really, but these kids' channels do it so deliberately, just to bridge that gap between the viewer and the audience and create these unhealthy relationships. Stuff like this doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. At face value, it's no different than me thinking that Drake Bell was cute when I was 9, but the message is a little bit different now. Drake Bell was just selling me a character when I was a kid. I knew he was an actor. Nowadays, so many creators that kids are watching thrive off of convincing kids that their life off camera is exactly the same as it is on camera. Convincing kids that they know the person, not just the character, and convincing kids that if they put in the work and keep buying that merch, they could all be rich and famous too. If a kid buys Logan Paul merch and they're told over and over again that they're personally supporting him, that kid is going to get an inflated ego and think that Logan Paul owes him something more. This is how you get a kid in a situation like I described earlier, where he says that my personal friends get better benefits than my patrons, because I hang out with them every day. Some people will say that it's just the way that the business goes. I say that it's predatory and leaves a bigger impact on kids than you might think. On top of the financial manipulation and the subtle marketing, these random adults, many of which are incredibly creepy, are teaching kids what is and isn't normal. An absolute creep like J-Station has definitively made some kids believe that this is what a gay person is, or that Mac Miller was killed by Ariana Grande, or that human trafficking is okay, and God knows what else. This is a situation where a kid's understanding of social norms has been totally warped from a very young age. It's a situation where kids have been taught that you can earn someone's friendship by obsessing over them or giving them money. It's a situation where kids have been taught the lesson that camaraderie is a commodity. So before I close out today's video, I'd like to thank the patrons, but before I do that, I just want to apologize for how long it's been since the previous video. I moved into a new living space, and I was writing a script as I did that. I got here, I got all settled in, and then I edited that video together, and I really just hated it, I'll be honest. I thought it was just sort of a nothing video, not worthy of my channel, I don't think. Hopefully this one was better, but that's why it's been so long since the last upload. Hopefully I'll be back on a normal schedule now, because in this new living space, I have a whole office just to myself with my film set and everything I could ever need. So hopefully that'll be great. But on that note, let me just go ahead and thank the patrons verbally, especially those who donate $10 or more monthly, such as Ada Avery, Almost Dead Again, Amy Marshall, Anatoly Volnov, Askel, Atheist, Bindeline, Big Time Jim, Boiled Lemming, Bjorb, Kalele Ronis, Cass, Charlotte, Chun Gina, Colin Gajic, Darius Fazier, David Perkins, Deadly Marcelin, Demise, Dennis Vashakamer, Dominic Johan, Eduardo Roca, Emma Plays Go, Erica, Even Knight, Fluffy Puppy Casey, Franz Johannes Fuellner, George Rosenbaum, Haunted Mystic, Holly Schmidt, I Cashern, IJK, Joannis, Jake Everdeen, Gerard Drake, Joit, Jonah Shee, Jonas, JP, Julian, my Julian, Caleb, Kenneth Enfinger, Knife, Laffy, Jacqueline Daniels, Lil Bunda, Lilith Vampas Hibiscus, Lily Leones, Liv, Luz M, Madison Crater, Michaela, Megan Walker, Mia Mako, Monkey Monk's Monkey Monastery, Mr. Kokoko, Ramra1999, Neris, Neurofilter, Nicole, Of Lucian, Okid, Panda, Penelope CN, Poof Donut, Praxabettle, Raxvan, Robert Botang, Rune Fox, CeeLo, Sean Hamilton, Shane O, Shay Theus, Stelly, Swatchbox, Vega Nelson, Verdus de Protogen, Yas the Boss, Zoe, and Zyroli. God, that list is getting long. I'm sorry if I have to do more and more jump cuts as this goes on. I cannot read 84 names in a row without messing any of them up. But anyways, have a great week, everybody.